Welcome back to Brighter Shores. Stopgap. Training here. 22 hours and 9 minutes of grinding slugs. 47,000 alchemistic speed, 31 silver. Love it. That is one more level for the next unlock, which is kind of really where we want it to be. Make the most use out of making stuff. Although the next unlock's just a regular potion, you don't get the new passive unlock till 26, so that's 2 more days, ish. At any rate, Alchemist is not what we're currently worried about right now. I mean, it kind of is, since the next quest of things we want to do is the Wrath of Inheritance, just because it's at the top, whatever. We need to get Chef and Alchemist levels for this, and a lot of them. Just a lot of them. This is going to be a process, I'm sure. But in order to get all those levels, we're going to run into many a new passive where we're going to need knowledge points. And so, we're going to go get some knowledge points. That's the idea, at least. First thing we need to do is get to 27 Chef here for the spotted macadamia on toast. And we just unlocked this vegetable stew, so that's the perfect thing. For many reasons. Mostly because it's profitable, very easy, one ingredient right here. Just makes everything easy. Mix vegetables, the high level one. And in here, and do that. Already did a whole bunch of making the soup previously here. And we only need to get to 27. So we'll see precisely how far we get in terms of making knowledge points happen here. Because we only need 1 level and a sliver. Or, it's more of a sliver. That's a okay chunk. Quarter-ish on the angles of things. It's at least some experience. There's 5 point some thousand XP here, and then another, an entire level. Getting levels is not very quick, even if it's only the 20s here. Definitely slower than sub 20, that's for sure. More things to do, which gets more XP. Honestly, probably just gonna make some stews for a little bit here. And then when we get to 27, we got the next thing here, which we already immediately are going to need a point for. And then to get this to 61, we go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more things. We need 5 more knowledge points on that road. If we try to do any of the fishing pieces to actually get that along there, we're going to go through probably quite a few of those. Also going to need potential other ingredients. Oh boy. On the plus side, making some money here. There's also the entire option that we just make the soup or whatever else and just go to the cooking level. We'd still need all the passives, and we'd want to train all the other skills passive too. Or we could be interrupted by the combat changes. Also an option. So, we'll see what the situation is when we get this to 27. Making vegetable stew. Oh, that went well enough. 27 Chef. And then the rest of the inventory, I guess. That's fine. A little bit more knowledge point action. Up to 171%, plus a little bit more for this. So almost the 200, which would be good. Gets us somewhere at least. Gets us somewhere. We're going to need to get that last bit of that knowledge point when we need to unlock another thing, though. So, yeah. Real question is where we're going to be getting more knowledge points from. Could just be combat. The combat's changing, so I don't know if that's really worth worrying about. Because everything has passive options now. I don't know. We'll worry about that when we have to worry about that, which is going to be later. Because we'll also need to go get all the ingredients for the chef stuff. It's either go get the ingredients for the chef stuff, get levels in all the other skills, or just buy everything, or just actively train it. Anyways, 27 chef, spotted Macabit on toast. There you go. And the rewards, spotted Macabit on toast, unlocked. There you go. So in theory, we should have done the things we needed to do to get that. At least one time here. So all the stew. We do have a decent amount of money here. We could make use of that somehow here. I don't know. We got a beetroot. And we got a Macabit. So 2 other passives hooking into do this here. And you use it on the grill, which is the passive grill here. We got Macabit and beetroot. And that is passive. It's also passive chef, so it's 2 ingredients into 1, which in itself makes it so we can't actually do full 24-hour passive training, which is also going to slow this down wildly. Just trying to get more times, and this is just more than we can deal with. There we go. And we get the first time XP for that. Did you notice this Macabit on toast? Alright. It's spotted. I noticed it. Yep. And then all we do with that is sell it. It doesn't do anything else because it's food. For a little bit of money. In theory, get some money back from the fishing portion at least. So now we're in this situation. We don't have the next knowledge point, that's fine. We need to do this until level 35. So to 29 to 31 to 33 to 35. It's like 4 sessions. It's actually going to be like 8 sessions because chef times. It's not like it's more XP or anything. We're going to have to look into that. But now we need the Macabit and the beetroots. Macabit goes until 31. We're at 27. So it's going to be like 2 days of fishing until we get to the next bit. That'll be fine. So we can do that. That's also an option. We could also unlock cast nets. That's going to be something. And then the beetroots is from 20 to 27. So we might end up with too many beetroots comparatively. Because that's going to be 20 to 22 to 24 to 26 to 28-ish. Assuming the 2 levels kind of system keeps just working. So we'll start with an idea of doing 2 sessions of fisherman, 2 sessions of gatherer. Put that together for whatever we can do with chef and see where we're at. And all of that's not going to take a passive point again for the knowledge points, so that should be doable. Let's go set ourselves up for the fisherman stuff we need to do, which is this spotted Macabit here. I think we're going to need bait for that, though. Let's see what we got for this. Small fish. They seem to be packaged in a big crate. Yep. It's in the salty swine area over here. This is the potion shop. It's not quite right. So what we need for the Macabit. We can also get some baits from other places, kinda. Or we can just buy it. Fishing bait bank. What we got? We got grubs for Macabit. There's a grub. Is that the other one here? Is that grubs? That's grilled louses. So the Sippy Slee slugs are a bit. Let's see if we can get these from here. So let me take out the grubs for Macabit. We only have the one here. Information on this. Ah. These will be able to be picked up from a passive in the next place that doesn't exist yet. Alright. And so we can't get that. So we're going to top ourselves up on grubs. This one's right here. Buying all of these is going to cost... Auto buy here. Going to cost us around 55 silver. But then we get the fish, and then we also get the fruits, and then we make the food, and then we sell it to theoretically make profit here after all this work. Fills us up to the perfect 23. Alright. Any timing discrepancies we get with the actual time is also a slight problem. It's close enough. Alright. All these ready to go. Doesn't say it's picking up level 20 or whatever. Salty swine. Let's do a bit of fishing. See if the 2 levels system continues. We don't have much space here between the Ornock and the ridged herring. So if we can get to just 31, that'd be more space for that. Be fine. At any rate, we start to fish. Because we would also like to get these levels and get the passive stuff when it's actually useful instead of having to just waste a bunch of money buying the bait and then selling the fish at a loss. Technically, not the fastest way to get progress with the levels we need for the quest, which is wildly high levels right now. But I guess it is more macro efficient or whatever. Anyways, should be able to not need to worry about getting another passive unlocked for at least a bit here. That's the dream, at least. Fill up those boxes. It's going great. That's 24 solid hours of Macabit for 21.6 boxes, I guess. 43,000 XP. That is 29 fishermen. I'll buy a grade 1 cast net and catch placid bass. I suppose we can do that. Alright. Stop. Might as well. Might as well. Faster to teleport? Perhaps. Need to go put all these Macabit in storage. Can't really do the full, like, 23 or anything. 21.6? That's about right. A couple extra pieces here. Could try to buy them in a different quantity that we don't have extra at the end or whatever. Doesn't matter too much. Put these Macabit in storage. These are used at a level here. It doesn't say on this card for some reason. Put these right in here. Deposit all. Okay. Now we need to buy a cast net. Okay. We get that in the fishing store, perhaps? Either that or the tools store. Move. What do you got? There it is. A fishing net and pots. 86 silver. I'd buy that. Okay. And then we just need to go use this at the Placid Bass. At the Seashells Seashore. Brilliant. Okay. Let's use this cast net. That did look like... Well, that looked like it was a venture kind of idea. We'll see what this is. Set this net out. I don't know if we really... I mean... I'm not sure if we're going to need more Fisherman XP. That's one thing we can do with the Ventures. It also gets us XP and things, but... we also kind of need to use the things we need XP in an effort to get more knowledge points, so... Let's see. Seashells Seashore. 2 more spots over here. There is a storage rift here. That's alright. Let's see what this entails here. Here's a placid bass spot. We've got our net. And this is just a regular fishing kind of thing. Some fish. Some more placid bass here. Walk through the waters. Get this fish. Use a little 32 chef. It's a fish for 2, apparently. Okay. Is there really only the 3 here? That is not huge. Placid bass. That's the only area that's on the card here. I guess they spawn fast enough-ish. That's okay. Interesting. We need those little 32 chef, I suppose. I'll just put those in storage. I guess once again we can teleport. Boop. This is to the other side of town here, at least. That's something. Alright. 32. We'll be getting to that, obviously. On the way to, like, 61 or whatever it is. Oh, yeah. I guess it's to 29. And 31 we unlock the next fish, so. That's gonna be one more passive day here. Alright. Put that in storage. Oh. Buy more bait. I guess we really don't need one of the baits. We can only catch 21.6 of something. This kind of explains how we ended up with 40 and a bit of other things, just based on the amount of time. So let's get roughly the correct amount of grubs here. Grubs for Machabit. Also possibly for other things that might still be useful. We don't need to get 23 of these. We got 1 point a bit. 1.3. So we get 20. That's 21.3. If we could buy partial grubs, that would be better. I'm gonna spend 1, just to only use 0.3 of it. 21.3, 21.6. Just silver, it's fine. So that saves us from buying an extra 0.62 that we probably won't need. That's something at least, I guess. And we once again did the next thing on the card, so it's good. Okay. It's mostly working. Oh yeah. With this, we're gonna get this set of fish. Then we need to go get the beets, and then we can do some cooking. Yeah, it's working. Feathery bream, nope. Spotted Machabit. And here we go again. That'll work. 22 and a half hours-ish more here. 20.3 boxes, 40,000 XP. That's all. 31 unlocks the next passive, which we don't have unlocked. So we're gonna get half XP here, so we're gonna stop. Okay. Question is, are these still useful? They're used for 2 things, it looks like. It's for Sterlets and Machabit. What level is Sterlets? We already do that. We did Dab, Machabit, Monarch, Herring, Idle Sterlet at 45. Could be. If that's the case, these are actually still useful. Brown Fishing Guide. Sterlets. Grubby Grubs. Yeah, look at that. This one's also Grubby Grubs. These are Hobrin Grubs. It's a wildly higher level, my goodness. At any rate, that means that we can save these for later. Perfect. We'll deposit the grubs in here. And also go put away the fish boxes. You can see the total number of fish boxes we got here, the Machabit. try to match that with the other ingredient here. That's the idea. Okay. If we look in here, we've got 41.9 boxes. And also 3 of these. That's for later. So now we just need to go and get all of the bits for this. Or I guess 2 days worth. We would still need to do more. We just have a lot of extra beetroots, perhaps. Either that, or we could actively train Gatherer. That's also an option. Anyways, these are over at Canopy Lane. Which is over here. Pretty close to the teleport. We can make that work. Let's go get some beetroot. Definitely going and getting all the stuff for cooking is a lot more work than just buying the stuff from the shop. It's also less work because it just works. It's either that or try to make stuff with all the actual fish you fish. Or just go for flounders and sell them. Or puffer fish or whatever. At any rate, this should be fine. Also have our cape now. Love it. They're right over here. Yep. Beetroots. Lots of other things in here too. Hazelnuts, worms, oak branches. This is the rotting log, which contains beetroots. I think this would be worms. What are we getting out of this? Maybe we're just finding a bunch of different stuff in this log. It's like the only thing here. Because everything is in a log. Okay. Pairs well with Macabit, this Golbranth beetroot that we found in a rotting log, or under it, or something. So we need like 2 days worth of beetroots here. And then we'll consider what we want to do for more gathering stuff. That's really only going to get us like 24. We need to get to 27 for the next passive. I always just do this passive and just sell the beetroots. It's also an option. Guess it also depends if we need to do more chef with the current setting here. This gets all the way to 35. Might need to look into what the future recipes we're going to be tackling are going to take here too. That will determine what other things we need to train and how much. At any rate, we do need at least 2 days of this. 23.5-ish hours of beetroots for 37,000 XP. And as expected, another 2 levels here. Level 22 Gatherer. We can now gather white tang fruit. Well, we should probably do that. At least one of those, I guess. Where are the white tang fruits? We have everything on the map. The secluded path, the Dryad Glade. So right down to the south here. And here is a storage rift, so that's also perfect. Store our stuff. I mean, we go pick the things, then store the stuff. And that'll be fine. Let's see what these are for, specifically. Tang fruits. White tang fruit. Alright. Give me one of those for the first time bonus XP. Info on that. Tang fruit has a sour tang. Sold to Timberwell Supplies. Is it not for anything? It's just something you can gather for XP? Sure looks like it. Alright. Info on that, we could sell for 300 copper. I guess. We can't store it, though. So yeah, that's a slight problem with these things that aren't actually used for anything. They don't have any storages of their own. If there was like a things you can just kind of sell bank, that'd be something. There's also not really like general stores either, so we'll just put our beetroots away here. Put them all in the ingredient bank. You cannot bank this anywhere. Alright. Well, it's not really worth having a slot used up here. Just gonna drop that. Get back to more beetroots. Maybe one more day of beetroot here. We're gonna have more beetroots than we know what to do with. Alright, it's fine. Gather again. And then it's off to chef stuff. Should be great. A full 24 hours of beetroots gets us level 24. One more level for the next unlock, but not worrying about that right now. Instead, I'm going to be teleporting back over to Hopeport and look at what we've got in terms of cooking supplies here. We got fish, we got beetroots. Should be able to get this going. In theory, at least. Gonna see the whole 12-hour time chef business. It's alright. We'll get there eventually. Does give me another solid reason to potentially do active chef training. Because we're also going to be getting to the point, once we're done with what we have here, where we're going to need the experience and not be able to, well, technically we always could go back and fish or buy the lower level fish or whatever. We still need more beetroots. I don't know. We'll figure out something here. But first, we'll deposit everything and see what we're working with. We've got 42.7 beetroots and 41.9 macabits. So, that's about right. Grab 11 and 11. Because we need space for the final dish here. And then there is not space for that. That's alright. Let's see. Use it with the grill. Here's the grill. I think we already made one of these, so this is not going to be the first time bonus experience. Oh yeah. Since we only have the 11 boxes, we're only going to end up with 11 plates of it. So I'm pretty sure this is a, well, 11 times an hour and a bit-ish. It's 12-ish, give or take. But yeah. If the XP is the same as it would be for doing 12 hours of other passives, it's gonna end up being, it's pretty similar. Yeah. It's probably gonna end up being only one level. Unless we came back more often. I don't really think I can be bothered with that right now. So we're just going to do what we can here. Get some levels at least. As expected, we've run out of spotted macabit. And also the beetroots, because we used both of them. For 21,000 XP in 11 hours, 54 minutes. Well, that is 28 chef. 2 more levels for the next unlock. Level 30. That's alright. Then we can just sell the finished stuff here. Looks for 7 each. It's not bad. Definitely making the profit off of the fisherman portion. We need to purchase the bait to start. That's something. Okay. It is wildly inconvenient. It's a different time here. Do 11, then 11. We still have 19.9 left. Just timing wise, this works better to just do the one-day business. Does make trying to get through the chef levels take even longer though, unfortunately. Make something like combine the fish and the beetroot in a quick motion into a unfinished dish, and then you cook it. Then you could cook a whole 24 hours worth of stuff. There's an idea. There's a thought. Anyways. I guess one benefit of it only taking 12 hours is that it's always done. No possible just waiting around. Weird times and everything. Another 21,000 XP. That's level 29. One more level for the next unlock. Yay. Sell these. Go pick up some more. Get some decent money from all this too. That's also something. Really can consider spending money on things. At any rate, keep going. Out again, honestly. 22,000 XP. And that is level 30. Now prepare appetizing chicken and leek pie. That's gonna be a money loser, most likely. We'll make one just for the first time bonus XP. There you go. An appetizing chicken and leek pie. What do we all need for that? Chicken leek pie. We need a banded leek, raw chicken, and pastry. So it only changes the leek situation. It's level 38 pickup though. Leeks, I think they are armadillos. Okay. Go grab all that here. There's not different levels of chicken and pastry, or like the gelatin and stuff like that. That's at least something. Okay. That's 340, 680, and then basically 1 point almost 9. Yep. I think it sells for less than that, unfortunately. Okay. Next level of pie. That's something. Prepare it, and then cook it. It's the level 30 chef thing here. Yeah. Multiple ingredients, so we can't make as many per trip. Bonus, 540 XP. Nice. And sell our thing that cost us almost 1.9 for 1.5. Yep. Active training, we would definitely just keep on going with the stews. Much better. Okay. So now, if we look at our ingredients bank again here, we've got 9.7 beetroots and 8.9 macabits. That's very close to the next number. We can't just go and get them though, obviously. But it's only 9.7 and 8.5. We definitely purchase enough to at least get to the almost 11. So we need 1 more beetroot and 2 more macabit, essentially. Would leave us with a sliver of macabit at the end, but that's fine. Let's go buy those, just so we can make the most of this last training bit here. That should be fine. Okay. So should be able to buy that here, presumably. Yep, here's 1. It's gonna cost us some money doing this, but we're making money from the total, so it's fine. So we need 1. We can even buy the correct amount. Ah, that's kind of perfect. And we have exactly the 11. That's nice. We need to go to the fish store for this other piece, though. A little bit of money spent, but it's worth it because we'll be able to get the full 12 hours of chef business here. In other news, a combat beta has started. Let's check that out at some point here. See what the situation is. Macabit by 2.05 for like 18 silver. Affordable. Now we have the perfect amount to get back to chefing. Okay. Yeah, this just needs to get to 35 for the next passive. And we also kind of just need to look through all the various recipes up to 61 here. See if we're going to get the ingredients effectively. Because we're already at the point where we aren't really going to get the Macabit. We could always still just do the beetroot passive, which we currently need to do, and just buy the Macabit. Technically an option. Would continue to make value of the beetroot for at least a while still. I was at 27. That would be 3 levels, so essentially 4. That gets to 31, that gets to 35. Yeah, that's probably the better direction to go with that. Just keep the passive going. And, yep. It's probably fine. Either way, it's either that or actively train chef for, like, 4 levels here. Which is a bit much. Do need to consider where we're going to be getting more knowledge points, though. Close to 1. We did have some woodcutter to do, technically. I think we're going to be fine. Done again. Interesting that sometimes it seems like the 11th one is here. Sometimes it's here. At any rate, 10.9. I guess because we technically did 1 before we logged out. Same amount. 22,000 XP again. And it's a 31 chef. 1 more level for the next unlock. Yeah, it's about a level per 12 hours of passive currently. Assuming that continues, which it probably will. At any rate, if we look here, we have nothing. It means we need to get more of all that. Next passive is in 4 levels. So we need basically 4 days of stuff. If we gathered, we're at 24. I think it's to 26, 28. So 2 more days of beetroot. And then 4 more days, technically 2 days, but 4 more days of chef. It's going. Beetroot, back up over here again. Alright. Well, that's the plan, at least. I think it's reasonable to continue to actually train chef with the passives here. Because we can still make use of the beetroot. We're just going to need to purchase all the fish, since it's not worth getting those anymore. Half XP and all that. If we were in a situation where we had overleveled both of the resources, that would be a good time to do some active training or something. Still do need to look into all of the situations here. Back to the map. This way. Yeah, the next higher level chef recipes determine what the situation is going to be with that. Can't look at that in here though. Need to go look at the actual recipe book. Garlic herring, roasted, certainly. Baked bream, dab stew, macaroni on toast. Just kind of similar ideas. Higher levels of things. Grab more of these. Okay. And more levels in other skills here too. It goes. It continues to goes. Wow, it's beetroots. Almost exactly 24 hours of beetroots too. That's a lot of XP. And all these. Level 26. Now gather bristled catkins. Sure. Or I guess that was maybe 25. Not bad. Store that. Let's see what this was. Bristled catkins. Timberwolf green. And the road that's all the way down at the Maybe we can do all that stuff. Head up that way. These... teleport south there. To here at least. Forest is a big place. Forest is a big place. We get one of whatever this is. See what it does. That's kind of the dream. Run away from the Wendigos. They can't hurt me. Yep. Doesn't matter if they can hurt me. So just click the immunity button and then everything's fine. Anyways, let's get this. Level 25 unlock. A little bit of XP. That's something. Catkins. These are ash trees. Over here. This little catkin. I'll take that. And it's one thing from a tree. Wild. Catkins are actually tightly packed clusters of tiny flowers. Used for level 62 alchemist stuff. My goodness. And sold there. Okay. Not gonna worry about that for right now. Well, let's just go back to pick up the last chunk of beetroots. Technically, we're already can we get there in like 12 hours. The one level for the slothful bugs. See what that's about. But until we get there, I'm just gonna get some more beetroots. It's gonna be great. Okay. Where's my cape? Yeah, this will be the last beetroots here. Then we are once again at a spot where we're going to need another knowledge point. We will deal with that later. 23 hours of this, 37,000 XP. That should be enough. Well, 28 gatherer. Now gather slothful bugs. Fascinating. Where would one gather a slothful bug? We got the information. Doesn't matter. We don't have the knowledge points. Alright, it's fine. We will store these in the storage box here. And go back to Sheffen. I think we're going to need to pick up all the fish, though. It's going to be a whole separate business. Match the amount of these we have stored. Can't see from here. Teleport to Hopeport. Go. Just need to get the correct amount. That's probably going to be 2 trips. Yeah. What with the whole amount that we collected there? 2 inventories worth of the beetroots. Yep. I'll be fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, it's working. Just need to keep getting more knowledge points, too. It's a whole separate business. It's a slow and steady work in progress here. We got to 31 and we need to get to 61. I mean, there's more chef levels coming through here. It's gonna be fine. What is the total amount? We're just trying to match the numbers here. Should be enough. In theory. Should definitely be enough to get to 35 here. 2 days, 2 levels each, etc. What do we got? We got 42.5 beetroots. So we need like 43 essentially. A bit, right? We can also grab just the perfect number of them. If we have a little bit extra, that's alright. 3.5, 44. Yeah. This'll work. This'll work. It's gonna be 43, so almost 44. We got 24 and then another 20, essentially. Trade. Macabits. We need a lot of these, so that's expensive. Better than fish in them, though, and getting half experience. That's no good. We got the money for it. This is what we are gonna spend some on. And we do get a lot of the money back. Maybe even most of it. Since we got the free beetroots, because we got those ourselves. There. We get the numbers perfect here by just getting the 11. Or 10 plus the extra 1 bit. We can take out the portions of it, though. That's a different question. It's all. It's 24. I want it to be 43. I guess it's not 20. It's gonna be 19 more. Yeah. We can make that happen. That's doable. Also need some. With having 43, we got some clearance for different times and everything. I think I am going to try to get it done more quickly here. Instead of only 12 hours a day of it. Which is less than ideal, obviously. Would be better with more. So we need 19 more fish. Macabit. There you go. Let's see if we can't get the last fractional beetroot. One would think it would be possible. All these 200ths of a thing is really a little bit awkward. That's okay. We can only withdraw a number of them. Deposit all. Okay. Might need to wait until we don't have as many in here. We can grab 11 of them. We can deposit all of them. Draw 1. Deposit 1. Yeah. Okay. So that's just going to mean we'll deal with this when we are down to the numbers here. Withdraw the 11 and the 11 is back to the oven. Back to the grill. Okay. Any more recipes here? 32. Yep. Okay. We'll try to get this done more quickly here in terms of total days waited. Alright. Morning time chefing. Woo! Another 22,000 XP. That is 32. Can make the plastic grilled bass. I guess we could. We bought the fish for 9, these sell for 7. We are losing money now. That's unfortunate. It's alright. What does it take to make this new recipe here? Grilled bass. Needs a placid bass. Did we get one of those? It's something. This one? Yeah. It's just a fish. Use this grill. Alright. Well, that's easy enough. We currently want to fish these. Possibly not. We got the new fishing passive, so that's fine. Do get the first time bonus though. So there's that. And we can sell them. That's a simple recipe. Certainly placid now that's cooked. Ha 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 ha. Okay. So if we time this correctly, this should mostly work out here. Grab another 11 of each of these. And back to the grill. Ooh. It's working. It's gonna work. It's gonna be great. 12 hours later. It is 12 hours later. Or 11 hours, 55 minutes. Close enough. The total amount. 22,000 XP. And that is level 33. 2 more levels to go. That's the plan. Should have everything we need here. That away. Grab another chunk. See if we can do this right. We've got 20.5 of these. We're gonna want. I guess we can do 12 and 12. We only have 10 more after this, though. Timing wise, that'll be fine-ish. So we have 11 here. That's 9.53. 1 back in. If you do less for this one, be 11 for the last one. That'd work fine. Okay. Deposit 1, then take out 10 of these. So the last one we can do the 11. That'd work perfectly, just based on time and everything. So we can do this next one an hour earlier, so 11 hours-ish, but also fractional, but good enough. Good enough. There's the 10 for 20,000 XP. And that is level 34. One more level for the next unlock. We're getting there. Sell, sell, sell. Pick up the next set. Alright. This will be the last of all this. Need to go and get the 0.47 beetroots from out here. That should work. That should work. The way the auto purchasing sets it to the correct amount you want to have, most of the time at least. Beetroots. Auto buy 0.47 beetroots. You betcha. Alright. That puts us in the perfect position for one more 12-hour session here. Looking perfect. Back to the grill. And there is the last spotted Macabits. All the XP. And level 35 chef. Now prepare ridged garlic herring. Some herrings ready to fulfill a bulk order. Perfect. Sell the stuff. All of it. Got still a good pile of money here. 1 3/4 gold, basically. Let's see what we need for this next recipe. That's going to determine what we're doing next year. So this one, macaroni on toast. Garlic herring requires knowledge. Requires ridged herring, which is 34 fishing. And deep-fried garlic, which is 36, place that doesn't exist yet. Okay. So that's going to cost us. Let's see. It's this thing here. It's set myself like 9. 34 fishing for the fish here. See if we can buy this garlic from the store already. Deep side garlic and a herring here. We're not quite to that herring yet. We go straight through Helen Wardock, apparently. If that's used for anything. Here's the garlic. You can purchase that for 3 silver, 600 copper, so that's fine. And we'll probably have to purchase bait for the fish, and that's alright. We don't have that available just yet. Basically, 2 days of that would get us there. We don't have it unlocked, and we need to unlock another unlock. And that would just get us 2 here, and then we could... Then we'd be doing returning for a long time. Almost too long of a time. Probably wouldn't be useful for that extended of a period. Next chef is only at 40. Interesting. Another thing to consider. Before we can consider that, we need knowledge points. And that is going to come from getting half of this level of woodcutter here. Because we do not have any use for ash branches anymore. Since this is already past that. And so, we're going to go chop down, I guess just the highest level tree. Maybe the most convenient tree would be another idea. Chop juniper. Treeline trail. Juniper, juniper, juniper. We'd probably just sell for the most. I don't think we really need the logs for anything in particular. We could grab a variety of logs just for doing stuff. if we need any particular logs or any particular wooden pieces for making things later, we can still just purchase them too, so. We'll just shop. Just shop. Really depends what would be the best XP. Because that's really what we need here. Could chop something near a stone, just for convenience. I think the juniper's bad anyways. Could also go chop brambles. That's also an option. That wouldn't give us any logs we don't need. It'd all be in the same place. That's a thought. I've seen people training on brambles previously. And it would be a very, very easy way of training up. The log storage would be all the way down in here. If we chop juniper logs here, it'd be a distance to go. Juniper tree. We chop you. How much can we sell you for and everything? Or just store it. 240 XP each, not terrible. Info sells for 618 copper. Also not bad. There's pine there. It would just be way more convenient to just do brambles. Let's go see what the brambles are looking like. Because we can just queue those up just in a nice, fantastic circle. We don't particularly need money here. So just go on the outside edge here. We can just go up until we get some brambles. That'll work perfect. It really is just super convenient. Until when we hit some brambles when we can't run through it. Right here. Send shortcut. Alright. So those were like 240. So roughly the same chopping time. 130. We can do this, so yeah. It should be fine in terms of knowledge points. We're already almost at a knowledge point. I just worry about when we get to 200%. And how many of these are we going to need to chop here? We need another 13,000 XP, and we're getting 130. So, yeah. A few. We need to chop a few. Well, that's okay. It's getting there. It's getting there. Okay. We just need to wait for the brambles to come back. And they're back. Look at that. Let me just queue it all up. That's nice. No money, but that's nice. One fun thing that can happen is if you don't move after you finish in this particular setup, is you'll be stuck inside of another bramble, which is hilarious. Few more, and we'll be level 48 here. We can look at what we've gotten. Also unlock. And I guess we'll see the unlock when we actually stop. We can stop whenever we're done, actually. 48. Wood cutting. You can now lop coarse pine branches, freshly snapped off a tree. Indeed. Of course, we can't actually do that because we need to spend a knowledge point on that. And we got not that much more. 160%. That's okay. In terms of things we need right now, we got the cook once we get there, but can't really do anything with that right now. We also have slothful bugs, walking sticks, coarse branches. We're a little bit in a knowledge point deficit right now. But we need to do the Melon Haddock unlock at least. Let's head over and do that. I'm just gonna drop these logs. It's fine. Teleport back to Hopeport. Get whatever we need for fishing these at least one time. And determine what they're even for, I suppose. That will inform how much we want to do this. And then we also need, well, we're gonna need another knowledge point to unlock the herring, and then another knowledge point to unlock the actual recipe here. Let's probably do something to make progress there. Fish and store. See what we're working with. We need to fish. Maybe 2 days worth of melon rannoch. Fishing guide tells us rannoch uses blotchy maggots, which are level 38 passive gathering, foraging. Yeah, that's a 38 forager. I'm only at 20. We're a little bit behind on that. And forager is not currently needed, I don't think, for what we're currently doing. So I don't think we're going to get 38 forager right now. So that means we need to purchase basically 2 days worth of these blotchy maggots. Alright. Maggots. Nice and blotchy. We'll do 2 days. We're slightly off with the hours. Yeah, depends when we do it, I guess. Let's buy a nice pile of those. Deposit in the bank here. And does it continue to use blotchy maggots for the higher level one? That'd be good. Yep. Okay. So that'll be good for level 65 too. So we can safely purchase 2 piles of blotchy maggots for future use. I mean, it could be current use, but once we actually get there. Okay. So that means we need another thing to get. Basically, 2 more knowledge points here. I think possibly our best bet would be some crime den raids. Train combat a little bit in the upcoming combat changes. And also get some free detective stuff. Train 2 things at once. I'm okay with that. So let us see which of these we could do. It's gonna be raids. Well, there's no raid after. Oh. Where's the next raid? Crime Den raid. Spine Thieves. Crime Den raid at 51. My goodness. Got stakeouts, investigations, spotting thieves. It's all 18. It might not give very good XP, but it's multiple things at the same time, so that's probably as good as we're gonna get. A map. The Ocean's Warehouse. Yeah, it's right near the teleport here. At least see how it's looking. Let's see how many knowledge points we get for doing it. Not too worried about gear right now, since, again, combat changes. We can at least just make our way through this. Again, if we're a little bit over leveled, that's also kind of a good spot. Because that would mean we could probably just AFK it again. Which, I mean, I'm completely here for. Riddler's Den, 18. Really nothing after 18. There was 4, 8, 18. Evidence, spying thieves, investigations, binoculars, forensics, spotting, evidence, wanted posters, a spell, investigations, interrogations. 51. Wild. Alright, let's make sure we're actually in the correct equipment here too. That'd be smart. Master. We'll make this work. Auto equip Rhinopolis. How are we looking? 18, 20, 10, 18 rare. With just our base level here, that's probably fine. Let's see how it goes. With a little bit of trying, we definitely have less health. Our weapon's pretty good. Yeah, I think this is probably fine. Let's see what knowledge points we get here. Start at 60%. I want to get this to basically 200%. And we fetch them with the big old 2-hander here. And we are very convincingly winning these fights. We could probably just auto fight them. Walk in, have them aggro us instead of aggroing them. Currently, it's not looking like it would be close enough that'd be a problem. What totals we working with right now? And how much XP are they giving? Because they're not exactly high level here. Probably given an XP penalty or something. Yeah, 300. Could be worse. 16% reward penalty. I'll take it. For easy 100% win, basically gonna be AFK. I'm here for it. And then what are we looking for? What are we looking at with the detective XP here? As we finish this. 336. And then raid complete. Bonus of 1665. Nice. And that was worth 13% of a knowledge point. Just walk into the next one. So we can just kind of sit here. Let them fight us. Here. Fighting. We just let them attack us. We also just very convincingly look like we're gonna win. As much as the range attacks are nice, just kind of sitting here. It would be slower, since I think our range weapons are stronger, but I will take it for just sitting here, having a great time. Perfect. Oh, there's level 36 detective. One more level for the next unlock. That's fine. Also, one more raid for the next unlock, I guess. I don't currently have the fisherman or chef level to unlock the next things we want. So I'm just gonna go straight for the 200%. We'll be missing out on a little bit of knowledge XP. That's fine. 13%. We need another 7. So wasting about half of this. I guess we could leave if we hit 200. I'm gonna stay for the detective XP though, so doesn't make a huge difference either way, I guess. But this will be enough to continue getting us started here. Could go check out the combat beta. That's another thing we could do. But for the most part, back to more fisherman and chef, since we're not going to be getting the other thing that doesn't exist yet, and we're not going to be bait either. Does mean when we get the higher level forager, it's not going to be helpful. It's going to be a whole time that we are not worried about. There it is, 200%. I guess we could unlock the herring right now. We just can't make it yet since we don't have the ingredients. Finish this, go pick up our bait, and go fishing. We're doing it on containers. Okay. We've used up like half of the boxes so far. That's something. It's definitely something. Ah. Thanks. Don't unlock another one. Okay. So we keep doing that because we've got 100%. Another thing attacks us, we don't have time to go press the save it for later button. We're gonna do that here though. Alright. Bonk. Bonk. And there we go. Prime Dan raid complete. Check there. Save this one for the other cooking. Or fish. 105%. I'll be perfect. Back to Hopeport. I guess we also need to see where we are fishing these next fish. And also what they're good for. Okay. Yeah. Fisherman. We're getting Belen Warnock. Could be a potion thing, I guess. We'll find out right now. That's the plan, at least. Also, in terms of making progress with Chef, I suppose we can do the every 12 hours-ish. Just speeds it up by literally twice, so it's worth it. Grab our maggots. See where this is on the map. Little Lucy boat area. Okay. We're right down there. Okay. This can give good experience. We're only doing this for 2 days. We could technically do it for a day and a half. If we can avoid the 12-hour morning situation, we will. Wrong boat. Other boat. Over here. Okay. Well, this will set us up for getting through the next section of Chef here. That's the dream, at least. Belen Braddock. Okay. What's one over there? See what this is good for. And also get the first time bonus XP. Love it. Good to be here. We will fish up the fish, or 1/200th of the fish, technically. And it's used for nothing, it looks like, based on that. Sold to the frequently fresh fish stall. So in terms of things that are really not worth worrying about, this is at the top of the list. It's also very easy. So, this would definitely be a good time for this to be the fish that goes on forever, and we can easily use this for active training, but it's not. Get the herring instead. Well, the herring goes on forever, and we're not gonna need that much, so we'll worry about that later. Continue on. We've made it to 35 out of 61 Chef. It is definitely a whole process here, which we will continue next time. Goodbye.